we are starting to tackle the beginning of our roof deck.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. If you didn't know, a few months ago we bought an old Toyota Coaster and we decided to fulfill our dream of building our own tiny home on wheels, even though we had no idea how to build anything like this.
It goes to show we do not know what we're doing.
In this series of vlogs, we show you it's possible for inexperienced people like us to end up building something like this. We are so close to finishing our home on wheels and will soon be embarking on a lap of Australia. But no home on wheels will be complete without a roof deck to watch the sunset, right? Oh, just hurt my thumb.
Have you got something wrong?
No, but we do have a ladder. Oh, this is our new telescopic ladder.
Ooh. Ooh. Pretty sturdy.
It looks pretty sturdy.
So some of you must be wondering, what are we doing up here at the moment? Well, we are sizing up our deck. So we got this cut down at Bunnings. We're measuring up how long we actually want the deck to be, and then we're going to probably cut off about that much off the end. So now that we've gauged the clearance between the max fan and the edge of the timber, we've worked out it's approximately 200 mil from this rack here. So what we're going to do is we'll do probably the same, maybe another 20 mil off the end. So we're going to cut it about there, which means it's just in line with the awning, and it gives us just enough to be able to stand on this if necessary, and that way it's not going to be like walking the plank too far on the end. So I've made a little mark here where I'm going to cut, so we can go back down now. We know the length that we need. One down, 19 more to go.
Just what I was going to say.
So we've cut down all of our 19 pieces of timber. What's left to do is sand off the edges.
There's sand dust all on it.
Sand dust? And then we're going to clean it with a timber cleaner mix. So that's what's been recommended by the Intergrain stain we're going to use. Then we're going to let that dry for about a day, and then after that we can then apply our stain, and we're going to go with the Merbau finish. Hello buddy. Hello.
So it says that we just need to clean it up with the Intergrain Ultra Deck Timber Stain, which we've already done, and make sure it's dry, which it is. It's got a good table here, so it says the ideal conditions are 15 to 35 degrees, which it is. So it's going to take 2 hours until we can recoat, and it suggests to do 2 to 3 coats. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get that done today, which means it's going to basically take us 6 hours with the drying time in between. So we should have it all done by today if we get onto it right now. So this is the stuff that we did get. We went for the Merbau finish because we quite like that darker stain. You can get ones that's just oil, so it doesn't actually have a colour stain, but we actually didn't want it as light as it is. So yeah, I guess we can test it and hope that we like the colour, because if we don't, we're stuck with it.
Boom.
It won't come off.
Oh,
it is dark.
Gooey gooey.
Wow, okay.
You sure?
It's a lot darker than I expected, but I guess once it goes on... No, it is dark.
Is what it is now.
No, I think it will look nice.
What we've learned from this build already is never to let Alex be in charge of anything, because she's already made an absolute bloody mess.
It's because we're on an angle, it's not my fault.
It's going everywhere. Good job, Alex. Thank God we've got some tarp.
And give this test piece a go then. Big for a tiny little test piece.
I think once that's weathered in the sun, it'll look quite nice.
I agree. It's dark, but I do like the colour.
Yeah. Let's get going. It's time to put on our deck. We've cut the decking down, we've stained the deck in, at least 2 or 3 coats thanks to Alex's very, very hard work. And now is the time for us to actually fix the deck into place. Now the screws that we're going to use are these ones here. We just picked up this Maxim decking screws, 10G 50mm. Now we worked out we needed 50mm based on the fact that the decking was X depth and then the channels below was 40mm. So it gives us a little bit of leeway that it's not going to go all the way through 2 sides of the aluminium. We only want it to go for 1 side. Now what's awesome is they've actually given me a drill bit inside, which is for these screws. So you can see here, this is the drill bit. Like that. It's like a hexagonal head, hexagonal drill bit. So when you pop it in, that's a nice snug fit. We've worked out all the calculations. Now it's just a case of climbing up top and fixing it all into place. Perfect. Looking good. The decking came out fantastic, except for this little bit of bird poo.
Alright, so this part is pretty much going to be the James show because I'm actually not really able to help too much in this instance other than passing up the wood and being there for moral support. You can do 2 in each.
Yeah. Oh, screw this. Woohoo!
Looking good?
Looking good, I'm happy. So this is pre-deck with just the roof racks. We've got 1 screw and 1 panel in at the moment. Alex is just observing, making sure I'm doing it correctly. Yes, darling. I hope that I am doing it correctly. So let's continue. So we picked up these deck spacers. So what's really good is we can place these in between the decks. So it will determine if we want the gap to be 4mm, 3mm, even have some bigger ones as well, like 5 or 6. These are going to be really handy to get accurate spacing. Back to the end. Nice. Progress report. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces in. We have another, what is it, 11 to go? But they're going in so well. Make sure you use a pilot hole prior. I think this one is the 4mm drill bit, and it's perfect for these. Like they go in like, well, not quite like butter, but they go in near enough, which is good because we're not splitting the wood and we're not splitting the aluminium as well, which is fantastic. Ready for my next piece. Why, thank you, my darling. You're such a planker. A little dance, make a little love. Get down on that, get down on that.
You're doing so good. You smashed that in like 40 minutes.
Halfway there.
It looks so good. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. It's gonna look so sweet.
We sunbathe on here and enjoy a beer up here.
So we're happy, but we're also a little bit frustrated at the same time because we miscalculated how many screws we would need. We only bought 100, and if you do 6 multiplied by 19, I think it's 114. so we are short. So we can't finish it today until we pop to Bunnings, which we're not going to be able to do until probably a week's time, because we're actually going down to Sydney to see some friends. So for now, we can appreciate the 85% complete deck, which we are super happy with. It's come out so nice. Originally, we were a little bit concerned about the dark finish of the stain, but we're super happy. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. So let's fast forward to a week's time when we have bought the screws. And we have our rooftop deck. Let's do the strength test. Yep, pretty good. A little bit creaky in between the middle bits, but that's okay. Yeah. Happy as Larry. Come join me for some rooftop hangs. Come on, come up top.
So good.
All you need now is a beer. So now that we've oh, bloody cars. Shush. Maxim, that's it. Oh, a bit low, isn't it?
Getting with the poo.
Keep getting whiffs of poo.